target non-land permanent with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard with the finality counter on it, right? So when we swing in, we're going to take Zoraline to bring back the Valley Questcaller. And we're going to take the Darkstar Augur, Zoraline, and all of our bats. We're going to swing in. Now, Zoraline's going to go off. We're going to pay 2 life. I'm not worried about the life gain here. What we're going to do is pay 2 life. And we're not going to snag the Deep-Cavern Bat. What we're going to do is we're going to take the Valley Questcaller. They don't want to see the power of Zoraline, baby. Ladies and gentle mages, civilians across the multiverse, welcome back to another episode with Mana Man. And do you remember Deep-Cavern Bat, how annoying that is? Well, Rafine's gone, right? So we don't have to worry about that, right? Absolutely false. Let's go in for the bats. Deep-Cavern Bat has had a new home with the Bloomburrow bats. That is right. So we all know what the Deep-Cavern Bat is, but let's go ahead and address the new cards. We got Zoraline, Cosmos Caller, Flying Vigilance. Whenever a bat you control attacks, you're going to gain 1 life. Whenever Zoraline enters or attacks, you're going to pay a black and a white and 2 life. Whenever you do, you're going to return target non-land permanent, so any non-land permanent with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard with a finality counter on it. Why do we love the Zoraline card? Well, there's tons of shenanigans you can do. I mean, we've got the Lunar Convocation, so this kind of sets up for the Lunar Convocation. At the beginning of your your end step, if you gained life this turn, each opponent loses 1 life. Pretty cool, pretty cool. But at the beginning of your end step, if you gained and lost life this turn, you're going to create a 1/1 black bat creature token with flying, and you can manually activate it for paying 2 life and drawing a card. So we absolutely love that Zoraline kind of, like, you know, fuels the fire to the Lunar Convocation. I think the best thing that we can do is go for the Case of the Uneaten Feast, because as you know, whenever a creature you control enters the battlefield, you gain 1 life. To solve, you're going to gain 5 or more life. And then, once it is solved, you can sacrifice it to kind of bring all of your stuff back from that turn. So you could kind of keep this going with the Zoraline. That's kind of the idea here with the Case of the Uneaten. When you solve it, you do have to sacrifice it. So it goes to the graveyard, but then you can just bring it back. So in these really kind of grindy games, I mean, maybe that is kind of something that we could do. But even if they do kill a bat, like, this is the most annoying thing to me. Let's say that you have a Deep-Cavern Bat, they kill it, you just take the Zoraline and you just bring it back. Like, that is just so amazingly annoying for the opponent, not for us. It's pretty great for us, but nevertheless, let's go ahead and address. We have the Darkstar Augur. This card is absolutely insane. This card is just card advantage on card advantage. At the beginning of your upkeep, reveal the top card of your library and put that card into your hand. Now, you're going to lose life equal to its mana value. You don't have the choice. You have to do it. So make sure that you definitely have the life, but we have a lot of life gain in the deck, a lot of lifelink, a lot of, you know, Case of the Uneaten Feast. So if you notice, I'm actually only running 3. I do think that it can get a little crazy if you run 4. Maybe it's a mistake. I don't know yet. Again, this is kind of my first run with it. I don't know. I am running the Lifecreed Duo, so you do kind of have that duo. So you kind of have that kind of going on. Maybe we should just run 4. Maybe this card's just not as good. It's the same thing whenever a creature you control enters, gain 1 life. It is also a bat, which kind of helps out with the 3 tree city. I am running one of these bad boys, legendary land. It's not as good as, like, you know, a lot of, like, the rare lands here, like the Mirrex, Cavern of Souls, etc. But I do like it. Add an amount of mana equal to that chosen type of creature you have, and so if you go wide, you can get a lot of mana with the 3 tree city, which is actually pretty amazing. But like I said, for right now, like I said, I'm gonna go 3. I guess I have opened up a lot of hands where I have like 2 or 3 of them, and I felt a little cloggy. So maybe that's a mistake, but we'll see how we go. You got Gumdrop Poisoner, not a new card, but it just works really well with the Amalia kind of stuff here. Starscape Cleric. I only have 1 of these. A lot of times with the Offspring, it is like a de facto 5-drop, and we already have Aclazotz, because I mean, what is a bat deck without the Bat God? I mean, come on, let's get real here. But nevertheless, whenever you gain life, each opponent loses 1 life. I think we probably could. If you want, I would go all into this. We go like for the Starscape Cleric, a Case of the Uneaten Feast, and just kind of go for that max pingage. I am personally not. I actually am going for the Valley Questcaller. Now, this is a rabbit, not a bat. It is a rabbit, but it does give us the ability to scry 1 every single time that we enter a bat, which is actually really, really nice. And alternatively, well, not alternatively, I guess, but all the bats are just going to get buffed. So in a lot of type of like mirror matches, I know the bats are going to be pretty popular, and this just bumps your bats up. So this is a rabbit, but like it works pretty well because it just bumps all the bats up. Nevertheless, let's say like one of the last things for last. Essence Channeler. This card is absolutely insane. It's Voice of the Bless, but a bat, and a little bit more upside here. So whenever it dies, you're going to put the counters on target creature you control, and whenever you gain life, you're going to put a +1/+1 counter on it. And as long as you've lost life, it has flying and vigilance. I mean, this is Voice of the Blessed, but just like insane. So I think like this just overall deck, 2 virtual persistence for like grindier matchups here. It is worth noting that we do have Shadowy Backstreet boys, because we can surveil Kind of helps out the Ruin-Lurker Bat. Kind of early if you need to scry for more land. Kind of a neat little trick here. Not super prevalent, but it is what it is. I think you can kind of get away with... we don't... Actually, you didn't notice, we don't have any hard removal. No hard removal except for cut down, which is a little scary. I'm not going to lie to you. It's a little scary. You got Virtual Persistence. We don't have hard removal for bigger creatures, I should say. But it's a little scary. But hopefully we can just kind of get big with our big bats, and we just take it with Zoraline. I cannot wait to get into this one. As always, a huge shout out to the Mana Rocks. The Mana Rocks are the patrons and the YouTube channel members. They are the backbone of this channel, and I cannot express my gratitude enough to you guys. Thank you so much. So do consider joining the channel. That would help me out as a content creator as we continue to march forward and grow the channel. It means the absolute world to me. Thank you so much. But do just keep in mind that only you can help save the Aether with me, so make sure to leave a like on the video. The button looks just like this, and without further ado, let's get ready to vanquish some enemies. Webster, the Webster's Dictionary. How you doing here? Let's go ahead and keep this. Set up for a nice little grinding matchup here. The Restless Fortress, Concealed Courtyard. Don't have a turn 1 play, so hopefully we're not playing against mono red, but you know what? I think I'm going to go for the Backstreet boys here. Try to surveil into something that's not a land. Ruin-Lurker Bat, I think we can kind of rock with it. I think we got enough land, so I think it was probably more important to go for Backstreet instead of the Restless Fortress. What do we got here? Simic. I am going to be pretty conservative here. If they're conservative, I guess we'll kind of just start off slow. If they want to counter the Ruin-Lurker Bat... Oh, deduce. Okay, well, that feels a little bad. But again, hindsight's 2020. If they had a Phantom Interference, puts them in a worse spot. Ancient Cornucopia. We've got double bats now. Okay. Well, do I want to go in for the bat? Man, this Darkstar Augur, man, this thing is really good. Plus, we got a lot of life gain. I am actually just going to go for Amalia first. I think next turn we can double Deep-Cavern Bat, and I think I like that a little bit more. So, Case of the Uneaten Feast. I'm going to say no. We don't really need the life gain. Plus, it's a little bit late to kind of set this up. Plus, we do get to descend this way. So, I think we got enough land. I'm not even exactly sure what we're looking for. But we're looking for something maybe a little juicy. Maybe Aclazotz, anything, you know? But double Deep-Cavern Bat is going to be pretty nice next turn. Concealed Courtyard. I think we're still just going to commit to not going for the Courtyard here. Let's go in for Deep-Cavern Bat. I keep forgetting, hey, Wandering Emperor is rotated out. That's so nice. But nevertheless, let's see if they have like a Sunfall or something. Get out of here, Sunfall. And I think we could overextend here. I mean, what else can they do here? They have a Deduce. They have a 3 steps ahead. I'm going to be a little greedy here. I am. Going to be a little greedy. They don't have removal. So if they don't have removal... I think it's going to have to be 3 steps ahead. It's kind of close, though. I mean, Jace is annoying, but, like, what does the Jace really do? They can just draw. I don't really care. I think it's going to be 3 steps ahead. And we're going to go full steam ahead, baby. Alright, swing in. Yep, they can deduce. They're going to gain a little bit of life. So, obviously, if they just top deck into, like, a Sunfall or something like that, well, then... well, that just sucks, huh? Nevertheless, get Amalia going. Another Deep-Cavern Bat. You know what? I mean, if they did top deck into a Sunfall, we take away their Jace. I think we probably take this. I think so. I think so. They still have enough fuel in their hand to where I would want to. The thing is with the Darkstar Augur, we have enough to, like, even if they did Sunfall, which would be a nightmare, but we actually could recover with this card pretty nicely. This card is like, woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. That's how it is. It's woo-hoo-hoo. That's what I feel about it. Alright, so we don't have to worry about a Sunfall. They're still 1 mana short. I guess they could be running like a No More Witnesses or something. I almost said Depopulate, but Depopulate is rotated out. So hello, Jace.
I'll take note of all your failures.
I'll take note of all my failures. It is worth noting, we could go for the Darkstar Augur. We don't have to use the Offspring part of it. Wow, rude. So now I'm a little nervous. That's a little nerve-wracking because I don't really want to drop you. We could go for the Restless Fortress. think we're probably just going to do exactly that. See, I'm a little nervous now. Alright, let's go for the Restless Fortress instead. Do I want to swing into you? Man, it's not great, right? I think we kind of have to focus on the problem afoot, so... What do you really do? I guess you're just, like, drawing cards. I'm gonna do it. Gosh, it does not feel amazing, though. Get a Mirrex. I guess the Mirrex could be problematic for them. Okay. Let's just go ahead and do this. Quest Caller. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no for now. Not, is that, what am I looking for? I don't really know. Something kind of juicy here. No. I'm fully expecting the Sunfall to come. You know, they just, like, never not have it. And that is going to be very bad for us, but we can recover. We can recover with the Darkstar Augur, so no need to panic just yet. Okay, well, Jace is not a Sunfall. I guess with bats, you know, the sun doesn't really work with bats. Alright, Jace, what you got for me? This is not that scary, though. We're pretty wide. Not going to want to pay through life here. Shut up, Jace. We'll get the Essence Channeler. Okay. You know what? I think we just have to be kind of aggressive here. I think we're just trying to be as aggressive as possible. So... I think we just do this. Go for the Concealed Courtyard. Nothing too fancy here, but... Versus this deck, yeah, I'm not... At this point, I just don't really care that much about Jace. Maybe we shouldn't even have attacked them the first time. Oh. Well, I guess they get a chump block out of that. That's pretty bad. For us. Again, what are we looking for this Amalia? We're exploring a lot with Amalia. I mean, gosh, that's a lot of land. Case the Uneaten Feast. No. Cut down, no. And Descend. Restless Fortress. I mean, you know, I think we already have a Mirrex, so we got enough land annoyance for them. Got enough land annoyance for them. Still feeling nervous. Again, we know they're running Sunfall because we have one in our grasps. Can't mill us.
I will clear your mind.
Please do not clear my mind, Jace. Please do not clear my mind. And please do not Sunfall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Callan, okay, that's not that big a deal. They do gain life off this, which is not great. God, they're going for a lot of land, but I guess at least it's tapped, so... And, oof, there we go. Oh, that was weird. That was so odd that it just, like, clicked onto the graveyard, like, way late. But nevertheless, how do we want to play this? If we do this... Don't have any removal, unfortunately, so they're still alive for another turn. I definitely don't like Jace existing. The problem is they can't actually block the Deep-Cavern Bats. Like, they actually can't do that. So, I'm actually going to commit to this. Still going to go for the Restless Fortress. And, yeah, like I said, we're just going to swing into the face. They can't block the Deep-Cavern Bat because then Amalia goes through. So that doesn't make any sense for them. Another land. Got a lot of land here. That's why I'm not even, like, I don't really care about the Concealed Courtyard at this point. Down to 2. So unless they can gain life... Oh, there's Zoraline. I definitely love Zoraline. Oh, man. I guess, you know what? I guess we're just going to keep it. Like, I don't really know what else we want. Plus, I don't want to help mill ourselves out. So, I guess we might as well just play something. Again, it's just going to come down to they have, like, a Sunfall or not. We can win just off the Restless Fortress. Get lost. So, yep, okay. They are going to gain life now. Oh, God. All right. Oh, man. There's the Sunfall. And now things are looking very, very bad. Because now we can't do enough damage. Oh, God, this is looking not good, guys. All right. what's the play here? I mean, realistically, we have map tokens. So do they have another Zoraline? Maybe I should have gone for a some sort of removal. Because what's our actual play here? We could go for the Restless Fortress and then just go for map tokens. I mean, we're gonna probably have to do that. Because I can animate this for 4. I don't even know if that's really the play at this point, though. Maybe we go for the Darkstar Augur. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we have 4 left open, so that we could actually go for the Mirrex. The thing is I kind of want to, you know, do what we can now while they do not have the 3 steps ahead readily available. So maybe we do just kind of go all out. If they have another Sunfall, I think we just cry. So let's go in for the Zoraline and then the Ruin-Lurker Bat. I think I'm going to do it, man. This is a little scary here. I guess I don't really want to go in for the Zoraline specifically. I guess, you know what? In hindsight's 2020. I guess we probably could have gone for the Zoraline, because we do have a cave, right? Or no, we don't. That's the problem. Yeah, I guess we should have dropped the cave and then gone for the Zoraline to bring back our Deep-Cavern Bat. To kind of snatch something from their hand. So 3 steps ahead. I guess this, I mean, again, we're still looking okay. It's just going to be if they have another Sunfall. But we already gotten rid of 1 Sunfall, or 2 rather, right? Again, I can't look at their graveyard, so I can't even double check here. That's actually, yeah, I actually did not even really think of that, because we should have dropped the cave. And then whenever Zoraline enters, we didn't even have to really drop the Darkstar Augur. It's actually worth noting, but again, we're still, you know, so this is still a little new to the deck. Obviously, it's the first day, so gotta patch that up. But I do think that bats really can be meta, because this is pretty damn good. I mean, if they can't clear the board, then we're looking phenomenal. So Darkstar Augur, like I said, I mean, if they have spot removal, I think we're looking pretty good. They can't mill us out, I don't believe, right? 2 would be 6, and then if they had another Jace, they still would be not good enough, so that's fine. But
Become subdued.
Darkstar Augur will reveal 2 cards, but like I said, they still can't mill us out with Jace. Virtual Loyalty, they can gain life, that's fine. Alright, so the Darkstar... Okay, we have Zoraline with double Darkstar Augur. Say that 5 times fast. Alright, so let's see what we got here. Let's see. Oh, we're not going to lose any life here. So, bam, got some cut down action going on. Got a lot of land here. That's not that big of a problem. Let's do this. Okay, so now with Zoraline, whenever it attacks, you may return target non-land permanent with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard with the finality counter on it. So, what's like the best thing we can do with Zoraline here? I mean, there's quite a few things. We can go for the Valley Questcaller and bump up our board, or we can go for the Deep-Cavern Bat. I would kind of like to get that 1 card that whenever we gain life, they lose life. Let's go ahead and give him a thinking here. I don't want to... I think let's go for the cut down immediately, right? Let's just go for the cut down immediately. Because we know we're going to want to do that. We might want to go for the Restless Fortress. See if they have a counter spell. 3 steps ahead's not that bad. Okay, so now that we know that they're tapped out, effectively, they still have 1 Ancient Cornucopia. Okay, that's fine. Okay, this is not that big of a deal, though, right? So, when we swing in, we're going to take Zoraline to bring back the Valley Questcaller, and I think we're going to be absolutely just fine. So, Let's go for Restless Fortress. And we're going to have to pay, right? So, okay, now we are ready to swing in. We're going to take the Darkstar Augur, Zoraline, and all of our bats. We're going to swing in. Now, Zoraline's going to go off. We're going to pay 2 life. I'm not worried about the life gain here. What we're going to do is pay 2 life. And we're not going to snag the Deep-Cavern Bat. What we're going to do is we're going to take the Valley Questcaller. They don't want to see the power of Zoraline, baby. Ilbersh, hello, hello. All right, so we got Mirrex. That's the first thing I'm a little concerned about. No actual black sources. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it. We're feeling a little daring today. So let's go and get down our case of the Uneaten feast. Hopefully our bats can eat into our opponent. But like I said, what are we playing against here? Gnawing Vermin. All right. We'll get a little bit more information about our opponent's deck. Well, I thought so. But 2 lands, no problem. But at least we do grab our swamp here, so no problems there. So now I gotta make a decision. Do I want to go for the Deep-Cavern Bat, or do I want to go for the Lifecreed Duo? Because we're not playing against like mono red or anything like that, I do think that it is just better. Let's just go in straight in for the bat. Straight in for the bat here. Plus we're gonna have a life gain with you, so what the hell? Oh, okay. Well, it doesn't really matter. But they're running 3 pylons. Interesting. Hello! Well, we'll give you a hello. Gotta give you a hello. And we'll get the Valley Rockcaller. So I actually am not running this, even though I definitely was on the consideration for me. Another Mirrex. I mean, this deck, yeah, this is pretty good. I definitely like it. It just didn't make the cut for me personally, but all right, let's go for the Mirrex. And whenever we gain, I mean, we definitely like to gain life. Maybe we just drop, I kind of want to drop you for the Offspring, so maybe we'll just go for the Lifecreed Duo for now. But this deck is a little bit light in removal, but like I said, I don't think it really matters that much because we can just outgain their life total. So I can do this will just kill the bird. No, okay. It says menace, so no, we'll just take it. We'll just take it for now. Got the cave of oh my god, it's so weird. There actually is a bug right now, and I'm used to the alternate R of the caves, but like I said, there is a bug right now, so it's actually really strange. So I'm gonna go ahead and attack. Might as well. And instead of going in for the Starscape Cleric, I don't think so. I'm actually just going to go for a Mirrex token, because I want to really use the Offspring on this, because we're going to be falling a little bit behind here with all this removal. So let's make sure that we get the most value. Persistent Marshstalker. Okay, let me reread this a little bit. So +1/+1 for each other rat you control whenever you attack with 1 or more rats. If 7 are in your graveyard, you may pay 3. Return. Okay. Whew. That is a little scary here. Don't have to worry about anything right this second, but eventually that will be a little nerve-wracking. But hopefully we can kind of keep pace up here, gain a little bit more life. I think we've got enough life gain to where we're not that worried. Again, there's a bug right now that it wouldn't let me save the alternative art for all these artworks. So the cave and the concealed artwork just got me kind of scratching my head here. But nevertheless, I am just going to drop down our lovely Aclazotz. Do not really care about anything else. We're going to gain some life and looking good. So, do I want to trade with you? Not really. I mean, I think I am going to swing in here. We could take you to trade, though. Oh, it's pretty good. Let's actually do this instead. Because they are down on land. So, I mean, I'm not going to be able to kill the Aclazotz and the Lifecreed Duo. It's close. And instead, they actually do not. No removal. They're just going to go straight in for this. And this seems like a pretty good opening for us. So, I guess we may as well just drop this. I mean, this is pretty damn good with the Aclazotz here. So, alright. So, let's make sure we get down the Starscape Cleric first. Starscape Cleric. And I absolutely am going to pay this with the Offspring. Absolutely. So, now we're going to get 2 Starscape Clerics. Alright. Yep. Bang, bang. Let the life gaining commence. Let's go. Now, every single time we gain life, they're going to also lose life. Oh, yeah. Like, this is just Trigger City, baby. Let's go. All right. Bang, bang. So there's so many triggers. Manually, it'd be kind of hard to, like, you know, take care of this. So I'm assuming they're going to go for the pylon, which is completely fine. They were going to do this regardless, pretty much. So, I mean, it just is what it is. And, yeah, looking pretty good here. Swing with you for sure. And I don't know. I'm a little nervous about these cards here. So these can't block either way. And these are pretty big, though. I think I would trade. At this point, I think so. I think so. I mean, 5 damage is 5 damage, so... Ooh, they go for the Caramonics. Okay, that is actually really concerning. Oh, that's actually really concerning. I have not solved the case yet. They have all the rats going on here. Pylon is still alive. Ooh, that's actually really nerve-wracking here. The problem with this is that I definitely would like to gain all the life kind of nonsense here. So at this point, I'm a little bit more nervous about the toxic aspect. So 6-12. But they already committed to not going in for the pylon. So I think I'm just going to take this, as crazy as this is. I think we're just trying to look to be a little more aggro. So hopefully we can kind of top deck something. And look at that, baby. Valley Questcaller. Now we're gonna bump our bats, birds, mice, rabbits, but guess what? We don't care. We're only running the bats here, so yeah, let's do this. They can no longer go for the pylon, excuse me. Definitely can't go for the throat here. Let's see how much damage we can actually put on here. See, I could go for Temple of the Dead, but this actually does not really do anything because it's not gonna help us right now, and it comes in tapped. So I think I'm better off just going in for the Ruin-Lurker Bat. Let's swing in. Bang, bang, bang. The Mirrex is just going to get blocked by the Caramonics, so there's no point in doing that. Bang, bang, bang. Down to 3. Then we go for Ruin-Lurker Bat. Gain some life here, and then even if this did not finish them off, we still have a Mirrex token to kind of finish them off here. But thankfully, we got the Valley Questcaller kind of bumping up the board. Good game, baby. Slim Dog, how you doing here? All right, we'll go and keep this. Looks pretty good to me. See how slim you are, my friend. I'm still not used to these, oh my god, I'm probably gonna say this throughout the whole video, but just the non-alternative art's really throwing me off here. Swift Spear, we got a mono-red matchup. Okay, we do have a lot of life gain, but I'm still a little nervous. So, I'm assuming whatever we put down is probably gonna die immediately, but here we go, my god. Hey, let's give you some spankings here. That was a little crazy. I guess they're mono red. They gotta play everything super immediately. So you know what? I mean, again, I don't really care about being mean to them. We don't really have a way to gain life. I think we're actually gonna block. We don't have an immediate way to gain block. This has lifelink and nice, thank you. Hey, cheers to you, my friend. So now let's go in for the Deep-Cavern Bat. Got our Deep-Cavern Bat, set up our other stuff here, so, hey, your go. Gracian, hello, let's go ahead and keep this. Got some Ruin-Lurker Bats. We'll hit you with the little bats first, right? Alright, so do we go for the Mirrex to pay life here? I don't think life's gonna be all that relevant, so let's go in for a baby. Alternatively, we could set up with the Gumdrop Poisoner, but don't cut me down. Oh. Pretty rude, that's alright. See, if they kill the little bats... Oh. Speaking of bats... Okay. Well, let's see what they take here. They're gonna take you, that's fine, no problem. The Lunar Convocation is such a fun card, man. What I'm gonna do... We got the Valley Questcaller. Don't think life will be a whole lot of big things here. I mean... I am actually going to go for the Questcaller here, so maybe we can get some scry action going when we drop these bats. That feels pretty good. Oh, another Deep-Cavern Bat. I would assume they take away the Gumdrop Poisoner, because they probably do not want these bats to go away, but this actually is kind of... Well, speaking of that, we got our own bat, but maybe I've dropped the Hindsight's 2020, but probably dropped the Mirrex a turn too early, because now we can't go for this. Or actually, we can. Don't pay attention to me. I feel like a little bit rusty here with all the new cards here. Okay, Hostile Investigator. We'll go ahead and take that. No problem. In case of the Uneaten Feast, I mean, considering what they got going on here, I don't think this is that relevant. I'm not going to be able to, like, really solve this case, so I think we're actually going to put that away. Go for you again. I'm actually just looking for removal. If I can get the stuff back, I think we'll be looking pretty good. So, we do have a swamp with the Mirrex, but, like, I don't think that's going to be enough to do it. Again, we're just looking for removal, to be honest with you. Swing in. Yeah, this Questcaller does... I mean, this thing's so nice. Again, this thing could just be a bat, and it would be good. There we go. So got a Zoraline. There we go. This is exactly what we need. Before we do that, I mean, they could have a kill spell on the Questcaller and we swing in. I don't think they'd still trade, though. I really don't think so. So I think we just full send. I don't think they want to trade. It doesn't make too much sense that they would want to. They can't animate this. All right, baby, let's swing in. Your bats versus my bats, baby. Let's go. And I'm going to drop the Zoraline, Cosmos Collar. Let's go. I will pay all the life. We do not care. Can't activate Zoraline for now, but Virtue of Persistence, that's exactly what we need. We'll go ahead and keep that. No, the fun was just getting started. I guess my bats are better than your bats. Saiyajin, I'm going to say Super Saiyan. How you doing here? All right, so we're going to go ahead and keep this. Looks pretty good to me. This Lunar Convocation is such an interesting card, man. So it's the Shadowy Backstreet. It is a tap land, which is a little annoying, but I think because we do have another 2-drop, I think with turn 2 we can set up a 2-drop, and then the Shadowy Backstreet on turn 3 will be alright, because we won't lose anything, so. Case of the Uneaten Feast. Gotta love it. I think what we're gonna do, let's just go for an Amalia. Let's go for Amalia first. Worst case scenario, we can just drop the Valley Questcaller. I do like to kind of set this up, but like I said, Amalia is not a bat, so when it enters, we're not going to scry in that way, so that's fine. Ooh, this is a bat. I think everyone knows this is a bat, so let's go ahead and drop you. I think I am looking for more land, but the Essence Channeler is so damn good. Oh man, I might have to just keep this. Let's keep that. Oh man, it's close. Do we want to go for the Questcaller or do we want to go for the bat first? Let's do this first. Let's kind of just set up. I guess we're being a little slower now, but next turn we can kind of go for the bat. Again, I don't know if we're playing super optimally. It's gonna take a little bit. Sometimes we're just like, you know, this is just the first day of bats, baby. Darkstar Augur. Okay, here we go. Here we go. We got one of our own, which is actually really, really nice. Do we want to just gain life immediately? Or do we just want to drop you? Because this is a lot more mana efficient, so I don't really have a way to, like, have them gain life or lose life or whatever, so I think, honestly, I'm going to swing in with you. Maybe we just bounce. Maybe they take the bluff. There we go. Let's go. Well, so let's go and drop our own Darkstar Augur, and we'll be on our way. I think I'm looking for land here. We already have a Lunar Convocation. I like this card. But we already have one, so. But here we go. A little nervous. Better triumph. So we have our own Darkstar Augur. But they have removal, so. We committed to the Essence Channeler, so we're definitely going to want to get this going on. Let's see what they got here. We know they have removal, so it's already kind of bad right out of the gate. So a Deep-Cavern Bat. Alright, so they're going to bat for bat us, which is fine. What do they take? I would assume they probably just take our Deep-Cavern Bat, I would assume. I presumed correctly. But our Darkstar Augur is bigger than yours, thanks to the Valley Questcaller. So let's go ahead and take an extra draw here. Double tap lands, which is not phenomenal. They're both gonna have to come in taps, so there's not really much we can do about that. I didn't gain life this turn, and I don't think I'm gonna lose life, but I did lose life, right? I didn't gain any though, so this is actually not gonna really work for us. So I guess we'll go for the Restless Fortress. I guess we could get this down and start drawing cards, so we're gonna lose out on the battle, I think, in that regard. So don't have a way to gain life, but I have a, yeah, I think ultimately this is probably the best way to go, right? So let's go ahead and drop down our Lunar Convocation. And let's swing in with you, man. There's no way they block here, so I'm not too worried about that. Down to 13, but now we gotta be a little nervous. Gumdrop Poisoner. Oh, not liking this. I'm not liking this. They got the Gumdrop Poisoner kind of combo, so let's see if they can gain 4 life here with the Gumdrop Poisoner. They can't activate the food and go for Gumdrop, so the Darkstar Augur might be okay. But they also just have removal, so ugh. Case of the Uneaten Feast, sure. And an Essence Channeler. Okay, so they're going to gain 2 life here. Oof, alright. This is a problem. We're definitely not looking too great here. As of right now, they're kind of just running with the better version of our deck. So, let's see what we can get with the Darkstar. Got a Cavern of Souls, so now we get our land. Just nice and late, to be completely honest with you. But so, with the Lunar Convocation, I think we're just going to have to do this, right? Pay 2 life, draw a card. It's not really great, because we don't have a way to gain life. Yeah, we have no way to gain life right now. So, I am going to do this. Let's go ahead and draw. We got a Lifecreed Duo, which I suppose isn't horrendous. This is going to come in tap no matter what. So let's do this. Drop the Lifecreed Duo. Scry. Not really looking for a cave. Don't think we needed more land. So, they have so much life gain that at this point, it's not like I don't see a big point in like swinging with the Darkstar. I guess we have you. It's kind of a catch-22 here. Yeah, they got so much value here. We are crushing card advantage with the Case of the Uneaten Feast. I think things are going to go south pretty quickly here. Oh God, please be gentle. So we didn't even really get to go for the full value of the Lunar Convocation. And now they have their own Amalia. Oh God. I am not sure how we get out of this alive. We needed the Case of the Uneaten Feast, so they just kind of have like the kind of combo that we do, but just better. So they also are running the Lunar Convocation, absolutely amazing card. So we do have a way to gain life now, finally, but I think it's going to come to an end. So let's see if they want to go in for the Gumdrop Poisoner. This card is so good in this deck, man. I'm only running 2, because I kind of want to show off the more bats, but amazing card in this deck. Their Chime is going to kill the life. Okay, that's fine. Fine-ish. I think we just take this, right? Yep. It's not great, but it's actually worth noting. We actually could just die if we like top deck into like an Aclazotz or something. We could just die from the Darkstar Augur. I think we're just gonna have to be willing to take that risk, though. All right. More land. That is really unfortunate. I don't know. We just kind of yucky, guys. I don't think we really have any way to like actually gain life. No good ways anyway. So A2 life, just draw. Got a Deep-Cavern Bat. All right. So we at least have that going for us now. I mean, I guess it's not over. We still chump block and still scry. Let's go for our Deep-Cavern Bat. Shelly, Zoraline. Oh my God, another one. I guess it's going to have to be Shelly, right? Just by default. So let's take a scry. I don't know. Ooh, Gumdrop Poisoner. The problem is we don't have our Case of the Uneaten Feast, so we're not going to be able to like really do any sort of like lifelink shenanigans. Oh man. Can we gain life is the question. No, I don't think so, right? So I think we have to put it away. Let's go for the 3 Tree City. I'll bat. Essence Channeler. Zoraline. I think so. Whenever a bat you control attacks, we're going to gain a life. So I think we will keep the Zoraline here. And at this point, I'm just not worried about the Case of the Uneaten Feast. Because, like, all we need to do is we're going to have to probably... Well, not probably. We're going to chump block. Because if they're smart, they can see that we have a Zoraline and we have 3 life. So those Darkstar Augur... I mean, we're actually just dead. I'm hoping that they kind of don't understand that. Maybe I should have kept the Gumdrop Poisoner. Actually, no, it's the same difference, right? Because the Gumdrop Poisoner is a 3-drop technically, right? Be that as it may, we actually just set ourselves up for lethal here. Essence Channel. I am really hoping they swing in with something so that I can at least just block, chump block, do something here. Yep. Do your thing. Do your thing. Death by our own Zoraline will be quite a way to go. Deep-Cavern Bat goes bye-bye. So is there any way we could sneak out? I don't like even think so, to be completely honest with you. But all right, they do swing, which is actually pretty nice considering that. So I have to get rid of this Darkstar Augur because we're actually gonna die to it. So yep, let's do that immediately. And 3, 5, 7. This would be enough to kill it, so that is unfortunate. So we're just gonna have to chump block. And we're still technically alive. Technically, we are still alive here. But I think it's pretty much game over, right? So down to 3 life. Top deck into a Zoraline. So what's the best thing we can do with the Zoraline? We could pay 2 life and then get what back? Another Deep-Cavern Bat? Like, I just don't think that's good enough, right? Whenever one attacks, we gain 1 life. I just don't think that's good enough. Play down a Zoraline. Pay. Go down to 1. Deep-Cavern Bat. Steal a Shelly? I don't think it really matters that much. Pay 2. We got how many bats here? We got 3 bats, so that's not even really that relevant. I think we're just toast, guys. This thing can get up to 3 power, so I guess we might as well do this. Go for bat. If I swing with you, you have vigilance, and then we'll gain life from the Zoraline, so I guess that's something. Alright. Alright, Ruin-Lurker Bat. Probably not, I guess. See if they want to trade with Augur. They do not, which is fine. But now the Lunar Convocation, at least we get a little oh god. A bat. Another chump blocker here, but I think unfortunately we're just kind of toast. It really sucks that they had the case of the Uneaten Feast. They kind of did our strategy, what we wanted to do, but they just showed it off better. So I can't even, hey, if you can beat me and just show off the fashionable bats, I guess this is one way to show off the bats, is the opponent just uses the bats better. I guess that's one way to kind of show off the deck. Yeah, these Essence Channeler is crazy. This is like Voice of the Blessed, and now they have their own Zoraline. Oh god. Yep, do your thing. It's actually kind of funny. Like, I don't think are we dead? Can we still chump block our way out of this? I don't think so. I don't think so. Yep, gain life, blah blah. I think we are toast, guys. I think we are absolutely toast. I think just starting off with the case of the Uneaten Feast is just too good. So we can block here, block here. I think we got it, man. Let's go ahead and clank them up for them. I don't think we even have it. No, it is what it is. Come through, my friend. Hey, GG's. Wow, what can we get down to? Minus 52. Hey, not bad, not bad. Good game. Shadow Spanker. All right, don't spank me too hard now. Let's go ahead and keep this. Hello, Mr. Dragon. You're not a bat. Like a skeleton dragon. Okay, here we go, baby. Zoraline Cosmos Collar. Absolutely. I'm in love with this card. Just look at Zoraline. Just look at the Cosmos Collar, man. Fable Passage. All right, man. Fable Passage coming back. Definitely kind of crazy here. So let's go ahead and drop you. I'm going to go for our Questcaller first. Definitely going to go for the Questcaller. I like this card a lot. I mean, come on. I like all the cards right now, but Fable Passage, do your thing. Hopefully this Questcaller does not get cut down. Scrying for 1 every single time we put something down, and then bumping the board is so crazy. What makes this card crazy is that, like, this card could just be a bat, and it would be amazing. But it does it for rabbits, bats, birds, and mice. Like, it's just a no-brainer. So I think what we're going to do now, nothing really to think about here. I'm just going to drop down the Zoraline. Let's see if we can get a Scry, because probably would like a little bit of something here. But here we go, baby. Now our Zoraline's a 4/4, and we can't do that. But what we can do is Scry. Concealed Courtyard. Yeah, I think we got enough land here. I think we're probably okay with that. So, there we go. Valley Questcaller already paying dividends here. I'm gonna swing in, why not? They probably would have killed it, I would assume, before this entered, but maybe not, I don't know. So, what is this called? Aguirre. Alright, interesting. Got our lovely Zoraline, so... Shelly. Okay, we don't like the Shelly. We can kind of do like the Virtue cut down kind of method here. Another cave. I mean, what are bats without caves, right? So, alright, let's see what we want to do here. Whenever a bat can control attacks that gain 1 life, blah blah. You may pay whatever. So, I don't think there's really a whole lot to think about here. I think we're just going to go ahead and just cut you down here. This will make you a 2-3, and then we can just cut you down. Or 1-2, excuse me. I can't. Math's hard. So let's go ahead and cut you down. No problem. Swing in, and now Zoraline's going to go off. We love that. Can't really do any of the super fun tricks with Zoraline here, but just a 4-4 in the air with the Questcaller, I mean, it's good enough for me. Preacher of the Schism. Alright, the classic. Isn't it kind of crazy? This Preacher card already feels like a classic. Let's go ahead and get down the Mirrex. Which actually, you know what? With the Starscape Cleric, I think we just want to go ahead and do this for the, whatchamacallit. I think we just want to Offspring this, so let's go ahead and just drop this for the Offspring. Zoraline for the win. Hey, that's just Zoraline for you, I guess.